I moved my camera instead of the chest rig, which I'm going to be double cameraing today. I've got the my little Session 4 on here. It doesn't have image stabilization or any of that nonsense, and a much worse microphone, unfortunately. Anyway, I cobbled up a couple of mounts that I had from other Moto helmets. I have another really nice chin mount for an ADV helmet, but I can't seem to find it right now, and I don't really want to paste up my shoe berth with all kinds of glue and adhesive. It's a rather pricey helmet, and I'd rather not scar it if I don't have to. Anyway, I'm going to try this out today and put the camera up here in the front. It's a bit of a swivel mount, so I should be able to get the angle straightened out. We'll see how it turns out. And then I'm headed over to Guitar Center, of all places, to pick up the USB-C to microphone adapter for this guy, for the Hero 7. And I've already got a condenser mic that I'm probably going to shove over here in the corner, cheek pad area, so it might even be able to catch some of my in-ride audio from the Cardo. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, hopefully there'll be some better audio now. Anyway, I'm going to get this bad boy fired up and give my agenda for this afternoon. Hopefully this angle's okay. I'm going to try to verify it with the app on my phone. But riding over to the dealership today to have this looked at, figure out what the estimate for the damage on this guy is, replacing the whole fender, or if I can just get the lens. Oh no, it's still flaking away. I don't know if you saw that. See if I can get just the lens replaced. I'm sure the parts aren't readily available yet because this is such a new model, so I'll order it. Don't know how long that's going to take. The other thing that I'm going to pick up, hey Leaf, how you doing in that? The other thing I'm going to see if they've got ready is the pannier mount for this guy. If they have it, I might just pay them to put it on real quick, hour shop labor, whatever it is. That way I don't have to mess with it. I don't mind doing my own wrenching, but I would have to bring it back in the car, obviously, instead of wrenching it right there in their lock. So I'm going to take care of those two things today. I'm probably going to go ahead and order the stiffer sway bar for the front end and a couple of other little goodies that I was wanting to put on here, see if they've got them in stock yet. If not, I'll put in a special order and we'll go from there. So I'm going to check my camera angle now, that way people don't keep hating on me for looking at the dash. I know that's boring. Okay then. Well, that works out. Let's see what we can get. I also have the smart remote for this guy, but I haven't programmed it in on Wi-Fi yet. That's what this one is here in the bag. I don't know if you see that. I just need to add it to the connections on here, and I can start, stop video, do all that. I saw one of Sean Smoke's recent videos, and he had it mounted right here on the bar. That was slick. I like that. I don't know what he was using for that, if there's a GoPro mount for that. If anybody knows, leave me some comments below. That's pretty neat. Otherwise, I'm sure use a wrist mount or something like that and jimmy it on there somehow. Anyway, let's see if we get some better in-ride video this time. Audio is still gonna suck. I have no pretenses about that. No misconceptions. It's gonna be even more out in the wind now than it was before, where it was shaded or partially blocked down here by the tank bag and the little stubby windscreen. So it'll be up in the clear, and it's going to be a lot noisier. Anybody that's ever parking on a hill, you'll notice that you can't disengage the parking brake. It's because the gears are bound up. Just rock it back a little bit, get the transmission unloaded, and it'll come undone. I did that yesterday. Figured it out real quick. Just like an automatic car, when you put it in park and you're on a hill, it's going to bind the parking pole and not let you release it as easily. Alright, away we go. So we're off to the dealer to survey the damage on the fenders over on the right side. Again, it's just cosmetic, but it bothers me a little bit. If I damage something on it, I want to fix it right away. It's funny that actually did buy a Pro Shop mount for one of my cheap AEV helmets. I was taking a trip to Arkansas. It was a 16, almost 1,700 mile trip through Oklahoma and Arkansas. And about 265 miles of that off the road. Because of that sharp V on there, it doesn't really like these rounded face helmets. It's engineered more toward that pointy chin bar that an ADV helmet has. I was going to wear that pointy ADV helmet, and it happens to be bright yellow, kind of like the bike here. But I couldn't find that Pro Shop now. I don't know what I did with it. I have to dig that up. Wait for the stoplights until I get a microphone. Anyway, so when I'm comparing these things, it's just against previous experience and mechanical issues that I've known and found in that experience over, you know, I've been racing since I was, what, 7 or 8 years old. So, you know, like the rear end, the noise in the rear end, that groaning sound, to me, that's a mechanical problem. And I don't know if that's the case for the Riker. It may be normal behavior, but it's just odd. That's all I can say about it. And if it is normal, if other people have the same symptom, same opinion, whatever, then okay, then it's normal, and I'll just accept it and move on. But as long as I don't have a consensus of users that say, yeah, mine sounds the same, then I kind of think mine is the outlier in the statistics, and it might have an issue just with, you know, too large of tolerances in the final drive gear set, ring and pinion, slack. It could be a number of different things. Again, I'm just drawing on my experience with rebuilding so many cars and race cars over the years. So, and motorcycles for that matter. I don't know if you guys hear that, but it's just a really loud groan, and it's unusual. It's the only reason I pointed out. I'm not nitpicking. I just well, maybe I am nitpicking. It's just, to me, it's noisy, and I've said it in the comments. I don't believe that it's anything to do with CVT, because I've got several CVT drive vehicles. I've got scooters and whatnot, and I've owned CVT drive cars before, and they don't have that. So I don't think that gear noise, let me specify, I don't think that noise is a function of the CVT. I think it's more in the gears and the drivetrain. So it's either the gearbox or a combination of the gearbox, more straight cut gears in it or something like that, in combination with something in the rear end that just kind of sets up that resonance or that howl. I don't know. Again, I'm just theorizing. I haven't seen an exploded parts diagram on this. I haven't torn into it and put a micrometer to it or feeler gauges or anything, so it is all supposition at this point. Hanging off of these things in film. It takes me back to the old quad racer days. Well, once I get to N, today is Tuesday, right, ladies and gents? Yeah, I'll just park right here. One thing I'll say before I jump in there, the camera position being over here on the side of the helmet is, oh thanks, he's going to move it, is right in the way of my shoulder. If I got to do a head check, I'm banging the camera into my shoulder. That's no bueno. And it's quite neatly obscuring the right mirror. I'll have to fix that. Oh yeah, I was able to squeeze out yesterday, or day, whatever, Saturday I guess it was, just barely. Thank you, sir. didn't clank that down. That's good. It did it a couple times in the driveway at the house. Okay. I think it does it more when it's cold. It's probably to be expected. And it's all the way forward this time. Not in the middle. Okay. Let's see what my damage estimate's going to be on this bad boy for my son's little escapade. Still got a reasonable amount of battery in the sun. Okay, so this was good news. This is a separate piece apparently. It looks like it's molded in, but I don't know. It's just a weird design the way that's in there. It almost looks like that is thermo molded in, but it's not. Anyway, it's a separate piece. There's a screw underneath, so the whole light can be pulled out and replaced. Unfortunately, it's not just a lens; it's a whole light. But that was 80 bucks, and I don't know if I can angle this and get it into the frame here. Let me try it again. It is, I'm looking out of the corner of my eyeball, close to the chin ball. This right here, the position light flasher, $79.99. These guys give me usually about a 10 or 15% discount on all my stuff, which is super bueno. So 72 bucks. So my son's little escapade is only 72 bucks, and if I have them put it in, it'll be what, half-hour shop labor or something like that. So yeah, whatever. I ordered up the other lights, handguard deflectors, the sway bar, the knee pad set for the side, which I think is probably going to be a nice accessory, because when you're leaning off of this thing, your knees are banging into here. It's not hard, too hard on the knees, but why not have some padding? What else was it? That was it. And then this guy, I'm going to do a quick little video short on this. I have friction locks on all of my other bikes. You probably saw it in a couple of the videos. These GoPro friction locks, you just roll your throttle back and then you use your index finger to push down to lock against your brake lever. Well, this doesn't have a brake lever, but I do have the hand guards. So what I'm going to do is go to the auto parts store and grab a probably about, what is this, about maybe 5 to 6 inch long piece of thick-walled heater hose, and I'm just going to slide it over this guy to give me a finger, an extension. So when this guy goes on here, obviously right now it doesn't reach anything. There's nothing to reach. So if I just extend this one more inch and a half maybe, I got to see how the handguards fit on there. But heater hose is cheap, so that'll extend it and allow it to drop and lock onto here. And of course, when you want to roll off the cruise, you just manually roll down. So it works out better than the Kyokos and some of the other real expensive ones, or the ones that have got the big mechanical friction lock. I'm not really a fan. I do have those on my other bikes, but I don't particularly care for them. They're just harder to use. I'll do a full review on that, but the reason is whenever you're ready to roll off the throttle, or roll on the throttle more specifically with those others, there's extra friction to actually roll the throttle. This one is free play, so it's swinging in the clear. And when you want to set it again, you just push here. Same process for the reverse. You roll it down, roll it back, and you just set it. Real easy. Becomes instinctive after a couple of tries. So that's next for this guy. Oh, and that's the 7/8, by the way. I tried the one for the 1-inch bars, and it's just a little too loose on the grip. It does slide, so the 7/8 is the way to go for this. And I'll post back on that when I finish that little mod. And everything else will be in about a week, and then come back and pick it all up in the car, because obviously can't get it home on the bike. Okay, off we go. That's a fun little bike right there too. The CBR 300. I think it's 300. 250 or 300. Anyway. Great little gas miser. Super fun little commute tool. If you don't need to go more than about 75 miles an hour, because they kind of run out of steam up there. Alrighty then. Now this time, P, F, all the way up. Right. No more redo. And it's looking like I might get wet. Okay, so now I'm going over to Guitar Center, because they seem to be the only place in town that has these adapters. I could always order it off Amazon or whatever, but you know, several days to get it, and Best Buy doesn't have it, so I'll just go get it somewhere else. Diaper in the road? It's trash. It looks like a baby diaper. Ew. I want to drive over that. If it was at the previous exit or this one. Every time I seem to go to this place, I miss the exit. I don't know why. Can't remember where I am, I guess. So I thought I'd come down one extra and just double back. You can see, look at this guy. Yeah, just chop the lane off. Good thing I'm sitting back here. On a bike, you can kind of get to the middle or over to the right side, but people around here don't pay attention to the corners unless there are medians. So if you're on a bike and you're sitting near the center line, be prepared for some Michelin on sneaker time. Big enough to trip the light. Don't know. Pull up and get closer to me. He was being cautious, and I'm waving at him. Come on up, because I'm not evidently big enough or enough metal mass to trip the trigger on the light here. There we go. All right. Somebody in another video was mentioning how much the mirrors shake. One of my commenters was also mentioning that. Yeah, they shake quite a bit at idle. If you don't have your hands on the bars, they're going to jitter around, but as soon as you damp the bars with your hands, or when you're moving and you're not sitting there at this low thump idle, it goes away. I didn't notice hardly any blurring or distortion in the mirrors while I'm running at speed, so that's great. It's usually just the opposite. They're good at a stop and horrible when you're moving. And here's the next thing about commuting. If you're an avid commuter as I am, one of the great benefits about riding a motorcycle or a scooter is you park wherever you want, like right up there on the sidewalk. But this thing is bigger and a little less innocent than a scooter, so parking on the sidewalk right in front of somebody's business, they might get a little bent out of shape about it. All right, motor memory. Parking brake first so it doesn't squeal at you when you turn it off. Different than every other bike, just something to learn. Okay, so Guitar Center, here we come, hopefully for a microphone that's going to work. Okay, well that was a bust. Unfortunately, they don't have them at this location. It's the other one on Westheimer, about, I don't know, what, 18 miles away. I guess that gives me an excuse to ride the Riker more, huh? So we'll head down there and pick it up. If it still doesn't work, well then, at least we know another way to not do it. Alrighty then. Eeny, One other thing I'm going to review on this, or see if I can do a mod, is the parking lock. From from what I understand, the some of the foreign models of this, Russia and other countries, they actually have a lock on here with a key. So for the US models and probably Canadian models, North America, there's nothing preventing anybody from unlocking that thing and rolling your machine around when you're out there. It's a little thing, but if you're in a high theft area, it just makes it even easier for the bad guys to run off with your stuff. Similar oversight on the Link top case that's behind me. That lever is super slick, the way that it goes in and just locks down. Great design. There is no pen lock for it though, or any way to lock it down. So again, for a commuter or college student, whatever, that might be a little bit of an oversight. Of course, you can always just take it with you. Don't leave it on the bike. Same thing goes for the tank bag. You just pop the 2 straps over here and take it with you. So, there's the answer. Find a problem, fix it. BestBuy one more try. I was here several days ago to see if they had that mic adapter. They didn't, but you never know. Maybe they got some more in, and that'll save me a 30-mile ride that I really want to take in this traffic. Fine riding, but rather not do it in this traffic. Hey, he parked up here, so can I. I'll probably be advertising for him. Yes, I get some attention. All right. Let's see what they've got inside. Maybe I get lucky. The battery on this Hero 4 session is just phenomenal. It's still full up. I mean, I don't even see a tick down on the battery gauge when I turn it on. The 7, on the other hand, this thing drinks battery like no tomorrow. Alright, so they got all the stuff. They got various this, various that. I don't think they've got the mic adapter. They did fill in some of the pegs that were empty the other day. That's good, but I don't see a mic adapter here. My chesty, this is what I'm wearing for this for the Hero 4 right now. I picked that guy up at Walmart. It was sitting on a clearance shelf for $7. 40 bucks, $7. Let me think. I'll go for the $7 one. Oopsie, that's not good for it. Helmet front and side mount. You know, if it wasn't 30 bucks, maybe I will get it. Let's see. So I need another one. I stole this pivot mount for that helmet from Josh off of his helmet. It was mine anyway, but he's been using it, so I don't want to deprive him of that option. Let's pull up. Oh, God. Clear. Next is, come on now. Alright, gotta clear all that stuff out of there. We'll have to blur this or bleep it or get it out of there. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Amazon. Okay, so Amazon shopping. I hope that's the right one. I keep opening the old one. What am I looking for? I am looking for this. Right there. Just do a nice little barcode scan. Come on. See how much these are elsewhere. Try again, huh? Come on now. There it is. Helmet front and side mount, 29 bucks. Okay, so same money. Gonna get that one. Get $1 off somewhere else, big deal. Okay. So that goes with me. Next, they don't have the mic mount. Nope. Or a mic adapter, rather. No Mikey. All right, off to the other Guitar Center. Nope, that's not it. Okay. I'm still recording or not. Battery might be getting low on the 7. I'm trying to not run it long distances at steady speeds. It's still in break-in. I'm at, what do we got? I think 190 miles. We're pretty close to the end of break-in, but still I'm trying to vary the speed and give it high load bursts every now and then just to keep the engine flexible, break in the belt and the pulley sheaths and everything, the CVT and all that. Just my normal commute routine would have me up on the highway for 15-20 miles at a time, and I'm trying to avoid that until this is fully broken in, just to avoid any problems. Anyway, on the highway, same story. Anytime there's a crown or anything uneven, it really jacks around a lot. It doesn't track straight. Again, that could be normal with this platform. Other people might have the same thing. It's just again, I don't know if I'm still recording. I'm just talking, thinking aloud. I noticed when I was following Josh, when Josh was following me with the Hero 4 camera on his helmet, you couldn't really see the tail wagging at speed, but he was pretty far away, so I don't know how it would appear from behind if you're really close. From the seat, you're constantly getting rocked side to side like somebody's in a car driving the steering wheel doing this, and it's just annoying. Funny that way. I want it to go straight. On a bike, of course, you don't really feel that because you'll get pulled into ruts or something like that, but you're still in line with the center of mass and the weight right underneath you. The only time your center of mass shifts outside of the center line of the bike is when you're leaning or turning or something like that. This is moving from underneath you all the time. And I'm, again, sure it's because of the alignment. I'm just beating a dead horse here, but can't wait to get it fixed. It'll be fun. Once I can not worry about the bike anymore, not be constantly correcting and fighting it, it's just going to be so phenomenally fun. It's going to be like a laser light sled from Tron or something, because it already just goes like stink. Put it in sport mode, let the back end spin up here a little bit. I still have battery in this thing. I can't see the indicator. Start my other one just in case this video dies. I'm stopping here at AutoZone to try out my little hackaroo for the cruise control. So, let's see if my little plan works. I don't know if it will or not. It's certainly worth a try. Once I put the handguards on there when they come in next week, over the deflectors over the handguards, I might have to trim this thing down or modify my plan, but sure it can be done. I'm tightening it. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy right jaw. I guess I can try this out, see how this plays. How does this work, huh? Not too well. My case is too wide for that. Doesn't want to fit and end up tearing it. I don't want to do that. So here we go. Just going to hope that it does what I think it does. So we're just past Dunvale. It's north of Dunvale. Okay, good. North of Dunvale. I can work with that. They moved it. It used to be on the south side of the street over here in another building that went away. I'm not even going to bother with neutral. I'm just going to dog paddle. Didn't should have gone the other way. Oh well. being able to just sit back at lights is so cool. I love it.
That might be watching this video or the tail of the tape from before, other side of the road. Here it is, over here on this end. Rolled right by it at least once. Didn't see it. Now where is, way back there. No wonder I didn't see it. Good Lord. It's hiding back here as far back as it could possibly hide. Wowzers. Well then, now I will use reverse because that too far behind me. Alright, now we get to see if I'm going to get rained on the way home, because it is starting to sprinkle pretty good right now. Hopefully I won't get too wet, because I don't have my rain gear. That's another reason why I won't get that pannier on there. I could put my lightweight rain gear in this box here, or in my top case. But the heavy duty rain gear does not fit in there, and it would need to be in a pannier. Hope they've got the adapter. Oh, yeah. Should have left the gloves. Oh well. Okay, so I'm heading out of Guitar Center now. They had my piece that I need. Hoping I can get all this set up here and give myself a quick charge. I didn't have a USB-C cable for charging the 7, and it went flat a few minutes ago. I say these things get maybe 35 minutes of footage, and I'm just running 1080p 60, not even running 4K. 4K chews it down so fast, it heats itself up and shuts off because of heat. I think that's a design oversight, but anyway, they didn't ask me. But the good news is, I got this monkey. Not really pleased with how big it is. That's what everybody else complains about, and I'm gonna have to figure out a mounting solution for it. So this is gonna go here. Hopefully it stays tight, and then I'm just gonna have to munge this thing for now, leave it sitting there. I'll put a piece of double stick or Scotch lock, just like Velcro, real sticky stuff or real tough stuff, and I'll link this up here. So anyway, we'll sort that. The next fun bit is figuring out, if I can undo this. The next bit is figuring out where I want to put the microphone cable, because this is a hinged piece. It's the modular flip up, and when I hinge it, I'm not on a fixed point, so the camera and everything relative to the mic, I'm going to have a cord issue to deal with. So this is a lavalier. I don't need the clippy. Can I get it off of there without breaking it? That's the next question. Looks like I'm going to break it. I think that's got a... Aw, you monkey. Where did my foam go? Oh, there it is. That's... it looks like it's almost got a little locking tab in there. I don't want to abuse it. No, that's not a locking tab. That's a rivet for this. So if I just give it some little convincing here, there it is. Yeah, stressed the plastic a little bit, but didn't break it. Okay. So now let's put my foam cover back on and hope that it stays kind of sorta. And I think I am going to go this route with it. I'm going to put it up here in the front. That way it's kind of facing forward. I'll work this out better when I get home. I need to quick charge this thing while I'm sitting here for a minute because there's no way I'm going to get any audio. I got a dead battery. Come on now. Aw, don't be hard to get along with. Get over there. Okay. Now I got 12 miles of cable. Don't fall off. Okay, so I'll route this under here. I don't have my neck roll on this helmet. Normally it's got this big chunky neck roll. It really does help dampen road noise. It's a very quiet helmet. Unfortunately, it has little pin locks in the front where it just kind of wedges in, and one of those broke, and then it just was perpetually falling out, and I got annoyed and threw it away. So I got another one on order from RevZilla right now. This is suboptimal. Suboptimal at best. Okay, so let's see. This is definitely a kludge. I could go underneath, but then it's going to be flailing around, beating me in the chest, and I'm bound to turn my chin and tear it out of there, which is a much worse scenario. So we're just going to do this for now. I need to get maximum throw first, and then cinch up the slack. Put that away. Let's get that in a nice little tripled up knot here, triple folded knot I should say. It's messy, but it'll be a temporary solution. Now I gotta find my twist tie, there it is, and do that. Now I'll adjust this end of it to reduce the strain, and that guy is gonna go hiding in here underneath the cheek pad. Okay, so now as long as I don't guillotine my wire with the chin pin, should be good to go. Clicky. Alright, now, power cord. Charge that guy. That mic adapter has a USB-C pass-through on the back, so I'm going to try to give myself a little couple-minute quick charge here. And this is an interesting suboptimal cable again. I don't understand this. Maybe someone could leave comments. USB 2, but it's USB-C. Why would they put a USB 2 connection on a USB-C cable? USB-C is all about high power and high data transfer. USB 2 is limited on both counts. Don't know. As long as I can get a little charge of it, I'm happy. Because I forgot mine. I need to buy the one that goes to my Goal Zero. They do have USB-C cables for that guy, if memory serves. It's not my trash. Make sure I'm not losing my receipts here. That is going to get lost. Is it captive? Nope. It's going to get lost. Okay. Another thing I'm going to put on this bike very soon is a helmet hook. I found these. I don't remember the company. I'll link it. I'll put information about it. But it fits right on the end, either between your bar weights and the end of your handlebar bolts or whatever. And it is a Zytel or high strength nylon U-shaped hook. It's not very wide. It's only about this thick front to back, but it gives you a place to hang your D-rings or your strap right on it, and just hang your helmet right on the bike instead of putting it over a mirror and always banging your mirror out of alignment. Really neat hook. You don't need any more power. You've been charging for days. That's full. Eeny meeny, the other way. I could obviously charge this off the bike, but I think I'm gonna try to see if I can do this in motion. See how that works out. I don't like being tethered to something while I ride, but we're gonna find out. Hey, power light came on. Bonus. Now, I have no idea if we're gonna get audio or not. That is the next trick. Apparently there's a bug with the way the USB-C adapter communicates with the firmware on the camera, and every now and then when you turn it on, when the adapter's already plugged in and record, you don't get any audio at all, and not even the internal mics. The hack that I read somewhere, I think it was the GoPro official workaround, was you need to start recording and then you plug the mic in. I don't know if I read that right, but that seems pretty backwards. So let's see if we can do this without making a mess of things. It's just like having heated gear on. You got a tether. Don't care for that. Because knowing me, I'll be in a hurry and I step right off the bike and forget that I'm tethered. Yank. Break something. Okay, so this is plenty good. That can go that way. And now I've taken the access door off the side of this 7, so if I get rained on, it is not waterproof now. That's a bit of a downer. Key is on there. Good, good. Another hack that I'll do is for that side of that GoPro, even my Hero 4 Session, when you open the access door to power them up, you can power them and record at the same time, but you're no longer weather resistant. So I'm going to make a custom little silicone plug with the cable attached to it and just pour it into where it becomes waterproof. And then you can pull the silicone plug and the whole thing out as one piece. I don't know how well that's going to work out, but conceptually it should work fine. And it might not be 100% waterproof either, but hey, anything's better than nothing at this point. All right, here's the test. I've got one recording, yeah, blinky red light. I turned the blinky red light of this one off because I didn't want it flashing all the time in my face. So here we go. Let's see if it's not turning on. Yeah, it did. It's turning on. I don't know if I'm recording is the trick. Yeah, okay, I see recording light. I'm looking over the chin bar. It's a really weird position to look. All right, so now, if all is going well, I'm talking into the mic in the helmet. And I look like Frankenstein right now because this is a giant mess. So I'll just look like Frankenstein. I'll look like somebody from a medical experiment has gotten loose from the lab. Let's see how this goes. Oh, where is the mic? Yeah, it's up there. All right. The mic is next to my face. So let's see how this goes. Ideally, it's going to pick up audio and weird parking. You're not supposed to be coming through here at all. These are parking lanes. Oh, this is lovely. Dude, he didn't even look. He's just backing up. Damn it. Unbelievable. You've got to have your head on a swivel in this city. I don't know if I'm recording is the trick. Yeah, okay, I see recording light. I'm looking over the chin bar. It's a really weird position to look. All right, so now, if all is going well, I'm talking into the mic in the helmet. And I look like Frankenstein right now because this is a giant mess. That's all right. I'll just look like Frankenstein. I'll look like somebody from a medical experiment has gotten loose from the lab. Let's see how this goes. Oh, where is
Mic. Yeah, it's up there. All right. Mic is next to my face. So let's see how this goes. Ideally, it's going to pick up audio and this is a weird parking lot. You're not supposed to be coming through here at all. These are parking lanes, so odd. Oh, this is going to get ugly. Dude, he didn't even look. He's just backing up. Jiminy. Unbelievable. You have got to have your head on a swivel in this city. I'm going to get out there because I'm already committed, dude. Okay. So now, if we're recording, I still see my side of the little light flashing next to the edge of the screen, so that's good. So I'm on battery and mic at the same time. Alright, so let's see how it works out. I'm proud of myself on this. It's a hack, and it's not the prettiest thing. If I wanted to make it pretty, I could go ahead and throw some heat shrink tubing on here, which is what I'm going to do to that key. And I am going to seal that up a little bit more, make it pretty. As long as it works, I don't care. I'm sure I'll take flames on this comments, but I'm a former KLR 650 owner, and KLR 650 riders are known for anything that works. Doesn't matter what you're doing as long as it works. Baling wire, duct tape, JB weld. You can put the kitchen sink on the back of your bike. As long as you keep that thing running, you're going good. I'm of that same school of thought if I am out in the middle of nowhere, and it's what you got to do to get it done, but I don't like half-assing or improvising my machines or safety equipment for sure. Funny that way. I kind of want to get to my destination.